Hey gang, it's Bruce at Big Plant again. So you want to create a jungly exotic bed. So you're on a budget. So you think it's too hard. Well, it's not. It's actually really easy. I'm just going to show you one here that it's not very big. It's quite small. It's only, whoa, what are we looking at? 4 meters by 1.50 meters. And it's really easy. There was nothing here this spring. Before we started, this bed was literally just, well, it was half concrete, half compacted gravel and clay. So let me spin around and I'll talk you through it. Here it is. So, yep, that's right. There was nothing here this spring. Nothing here, in fact, until April. Right now, we've got quite a lush, jungly bed. So what do we need? We need drama, we need big leaves, we need height. This is now 3 meters tall. And we need lush, exotic flowers, and we need texture. So moving through, I'll just talk you through it quite quickly. We've got the jungly, huge Alocasia macrorrhiza. This is in a pot. We put this in the ground and well, I just set it in the bed and here we go. It was a pretty dodgy looking specimen when it went in. Loves being outside, and this can stay outside until just before the frosts. You can bring it in and, you know, if you've got an amazing houseplant for the winter too. There's Ricinus, these big leaves. These are grown from seed this year. You can buy a packet of seed for £3.50. Look at that, and you get 5 seeds, I imagine, something like that. Very easy to grow on your windowsill. They get to 2 meters or so. There's Musa sycamensis. This is red dragon, I think. It doesn't really matter which one, but that's grown from a little tiny plant up to, well, over 2 meters tall. Huge, great leaves, paddle-like leaves. They're well over 1 meter long. And that went in. That's planted. The bed itself, I'll just talk down here. Quick look. Look at the side of the bed. It's actually shelving out of a garage that I plonked down. It doesn't have to be swanky, this stuff, guys. You can do it easy. The soil is spent compost and a mixture of that and some farmyard manure we threw in. There's a big, well, there's an impatiens there. This is nice. Flowers all over the place. This was tiny when it went in. Looked pretty sick for a month or so, and now look at it. Crazy. This is, it's a hybrid one, Oricoma subcordata. Hideous name, but it's very easy to find. And you know, you can snap bits off things like this and make cuttings, keep them on your windowsill for the winter. Really easy to grow. There is a, oh, look at that farfugium down there. That will stay here this winter. That's pretty hardy. That's it's actually well, I think it's a mixture of giganteum and straight japonica grown together. Nice big shiny glossy evergreen leaves. Underneath it we've got this really nice Tradescantia. This can stay in here all through the winter. Really, these were grown as houseplants. Once you've got one, you should never lose it, because any bit that breaks off can be rooted. Dead easy plant. Dies down in the winter, and believe it or not, it actually comes back in the spring. Or you can have it as a houseplant. Fabulous. Another one I wouldn't be without is Geranium palmatum. Lovely, lush green leaves. Quite sort of palmate, as the name suggests, but sort of glossy as well. Really neat. Has flowers like that. They're going over now, but there's been flowers on this plant for probably 3 months. I'm going to collect the seed off this, so we'll have lots next year. Very easy. Look at that. There's a Ricinus there. Doesn't really matter which Ricinus. There are purple leaf ones, there are green leaf ones. They're all great value. And although they're poisonous, I've never actually known anyone get poisoned, unless of course the seed's processed and you're a spy or something like that. Now moving on, we've got Dahlia imperialis. It's a brute of a plant, but really easy. This one's called gunmetal. It has purple stems, differs from the species, but that can get 4 or 5 or even more meters tall. If you're lucky, you'll get flowers late autumn, but from 0 to 3 or 4 meters in one summer, easy peasy. There's a colocasia in here. Haven't done so well in this bed. I think it needs a little bit more light. It's quite shady, this one. This is Jack's Giant, but you can pick your choice. Easily available, very cheap as well to buy, not expensive plants. And then look at this. This has created perhaps the most talk of all, and it's perhaps the easiest. This is the Kochiana sylvestris, a form of tobacco plant. It's flowered like crazy all summer. Once you've got this plant, you won't lose it, because it will seed profusely and pop up all over the place. Dead easy. And if you want to actually get them really huge, you can save some seed and sow them yourself for the next season. There's also a plectranthus in here. This is Eclonia or Eclotia, I think. Cheap as chips, these sort of plants are. So it doesn't have to be expensive. I have got some kind of cool ferns in here as well, but you can't really see them. There's a Doropterus Sibaldii, which I really like, down there, but you can't see it that well. That's an evergreen. That'll probably stay here this winter. And there's a Lophosauria, which I won't talk about because I can't tell you any. I haven't got any, and they're so hard to propagate. We might have some next year, so if you really want one, folks, let me know on Lophosauria. The Tetrapanax rex we planted in here. That's lurking in the background. It's actually fighting, you can barely see it, fighting with the Ricinus. But that's a nice rex in there that will ultimately get huge. And there you have it. There's a few bedding dahlias as well dotted in there. So there you have it. Really easy. This bed non-existent until April, and then planted up subsequently April and May. And look what we've got, over 4 meters tall, loads of drama, loads of colour, and not even that many plants. We could go crazy and show you another one, which I probably will, with lots of rare and exotic jungly things, but this is just easy. Ask us, or watch the video over and over, or even subscribe. Maybe, I've never said that before, but that's something you could do. We're going to do lots more videos. Bye for now.